Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Christine Fambley, and my husband's name is John Rolfe. We've been married for 10 and a half years, and 4 months after we got married, he was diagnosed with colon cancer. And so initially, all of the surgeries, all the follow-ups, the chemos, and appointments were done through St. Mary's Hospital during the year 2011. There were a couple of big hiccups after that with bowels twisting and blocking, and he's had two more surgeries since then. But for a good 8 years, 9 years, he was absolutely fine and no problems. And then just 2 weeks ago, it ended up that he was fine in the morning. And then all of a sudden in the afternoon, just started getting abdominal pain. And by the evening was just absolutely wrenched over. So at that point, I'm saying this is beyond just a stomach ache. We need proper professional intervention. And of course, I'm just jumping up and down going St. Mary's. But John said that there was no way that he would be able to stay in the car that long. And we're very fortunate to live in Beaconsfield. So we were literally 3 minutes from the hospital when you don't stop at a stop sign to get there at 2 a.m. And once we got there, I said goodbye to him, and like that was the last I saw of him. And got very nervous just because I knew I couldn't go in, but wanted, of course, to play the protective role and wanted to be there. But thankfully, he had a cell phone. And so we were communicating during the night. And then the next day, continued communicating. He was taken in right away. I stayed for about 45 minutes in the car just to see if they were going to let him go or what the outcome was going to be. But they took him and he said, no, no, you have to stay. That was decided right at triage. So I was really impressed with the level of service and attention that it got right away. And then from there, he remained in emergency for the next maybe 24 to 30 hours because there was no bed for him. I mean, I can totally get that. It was unfortunate, but he was being cared for. And it was during that next day that his battery started to die. So we got a little nervous for that. But at the same time, out of the clear blue, I got a phone call from somebody who was sort of a patient family liaison person through the Lakeshore Hospital. Don't remember his name or anything, but he was saying, is there any way that I can help you? Do you want to set up Zoom type phone calls with your husband? And I was just, no, can I just get his phone charger to him, please? And he was like, absolutely. This is the floor that he's on. This is his nurse's name. We're here for you. And I was thrilled, surprised, shocked, elated that I hadn't taken the initial step to try and communicate with my husband further. And the Lakeshore reached out to me first. So again, that was like, wow, pretty terrific. So I was really happy with that. Got a hold of his nurse when they finally were able to put him on the third floor. She was very helpful. Thank you very much, Victoria. And so she helped me just sort of navigate through. Yes, you can bring underwear, change of clothes, his charger, and just leave it literally in a Ziploc bag at the front of the hospital, and somebody will come down and get it. So there's minimal interactions. And once John's phone was charged, we were able to communicate absolutely fine. He was given a lot of care and attention. I mean, that first night, in the middle of the night, he was having ultrasounds. The next morning, he had a CAT scan. He had another CAT scan a few days later and was just always in decent spirits. And the nursing staff, he said, was really helpful to him. And the surgeons were in there talking about options. And I've very much try and always take a look at life as cup half full. Right now, I want the cup to be totally full of wine all the time, given COVID. As I posted on a West Island Facebook page, when something good happens, let's cheer and shout about that also. because when the Lakeshore that I know, unfortunately, as I said, doesn't have a stellar reputation, when it was absolutely fabulous for everything for John and I with these phone calls and the just keeping me in the loop, I put it out there. And from that just little comment and post, there was like 780, thumbs up or hearts and caring, and over 115 positive comments. He's doing much better. We've had a couple of phone conversations with the with the follow-up surgeons, and he's had another blood test. Was given the okay to go back to work after still being home for a week. Nobody wanted to let him just get back right away, and we're taking it easy. We're being very mindful of his diet and just making sure that he's not pushing himself too much. So overall, it's always going to be in the background, but I'd like it to just stay in the background for about another 20 years. So he's doing fine, and we have more follow-up appointments in the summer, and we're going to keep them all. Absolutely.
Okay.
And, God forbid it happen again, I'll definitely just be taking him to the Lakeshore. And when I say not think of St. Mary's, that's where the primary care was given, but the Lakeshore was wonderful and very helpful. So I was really happy with everything. So we'll just keep going back to our community hospital. And yes, we're all hoping that it's a very boring, uneventful next 25 years with my husband.